Hi guys, I want to be talking to you today about the 6 things you should be doing if you're looking to purchase your first home or even your second home. The first thing you should be doing is check your credit report. You can do this free online in most places, see how well you're doing, and in which case, if you are doing well, that's great, then you need to move on to number 2. And if you don't, then you need to highlight what areas that there is room for improvement and do that before then considering to purchase your next property. So the second thing you then need to do is speak to a mortgage advisor. At this point, I would recommend speaking to a minimum of 3 and seeing who can give you the best deal. So maybe it is the fact that you go into your own bank and have a conversation with them. I would definitely speak to an independent broker because they have access to the whole of the market, which means they might be able to get you a better deal than, let's say, your high street bank will. The third one is get your finances and paperwork in order. So at the point of making an offer on a property, the agent or whoever will be selling the property will need to see a series of documents. This will include things like your proof of address, your IDs. It will also include where your deposit is coming from. So if this is a point where you are getting it gifted from parents, let's say, or friends, then you need to have evidence already supplied so you can give that to whoever will ask for it at any point. This will also be asked at the point of doing a mortgage as well. And also, if you have got an ISA, it's always worth querying how to get the full amount of the funds out and the timescales around it so you're ready and prepared for when that time will come. The fourth thing you will need to do is, have you got a property to sell? This won't apply to everybody, but if you have, then this is the point that you need to speak to an agent. Or 3, I would again recommend, and get people out to value your property. I have done another video on this, on which agent you should be choosing or things to bear in mind when choosing your agent. But if you are planning to purchase your next home, you need to know how much your current one currently is, and your mortgage advisor will also need to know that as well. The 5th thing you will need to do is you need to think, what are my absolute priorities for my next house? So what does your current property not suit you for, or if it's your first ever house, what things would you really, really love, and see and have a look what's currently on the market to see what would fit into your budget. Because it may be the things that you want, big double gates out the front, but unfortunately that's 200 grand over your budget. What are my biggest priorities with purchasing my next property? If you have 3 kids, then it potentially means that you need 4 beds, or if it's a 3-bed, it needs to be 3 really big bedrooms rather than 1 big and 3 small. So those are the sort of things that you need to be thinking about when purchasing the next property. Once you've thought about that, you then need to go and call around all your local agents. Properties are selling fast at the minute, and some of them even stay on the market for even a day and then they're sold. At the point an agent goes out to evaluation, most of the time they will think, I've got a series of buyers registered and they need to know you personally to bring you up to that person. If they go to the house, it's perfect for you and it's perfect in your budget, the agent's going to do anything possible to sell that property on behalf of those owners, and you want to be first in line for that queue. And the last thing you need to do, number 6, is you need to get your solicitor ready to go as well. Get quotes from several local people and even online companies, but please read reviews in terms of that, because solicitors can hold everything up and may cost you more money in the future. So it's definitely worth taking the time to consider which solicitor you plan on using for your conveyancing services. So yeah, it's really important when you have if you already have a conveyancer lined up when you put an offer on a property. Some agents will not take a property off the market until they've received all of your documents, your agreement in principle from your lender, and also which conveyancer you plan on using. So it's definitely worth having everything in place before you even think about putting an offer forward on a property. If you think of anything else or have any questions, please give me a call. I'm Lianne at Woodhead Co, and it's 01933 837 000.